What can we ask the seller to fix before closing as a part of our home inspection report? Let's get into this article that I just came across on Reddit. I am under contract for a pre-owned 2020 built single-family home. It's in good condition overall with a few issues found in the property inspection. Listed some of them below based on priority. What can I expect the seller to fix or give credits for? It's my first time buying, so I'm not aware of what I should ask for. Okay, so then he gives us a list of those things: a leaking dishwasher, plumbing at 4 to 5 places that has some rusting and needs to be replaced. He notes a small crack in the exterior stucco wall. 5 to 6 tiles on the roof are chipped or cracked, and there's some small cracks in the caulking at drywall in the patio and a few exterior walls. So let's break some of this down together. The purpose of a home inspection is not a to-do list for the seller, but rather a tool for you to help you understand the home's condition and decide what repairs that you want to negotiate. With that said, I always think that there's something to be said for maybe not having the seller do the repairs for you, because at the end of the day, this is no longer their home. This is a transaction. They're trying to sell it, get it off their hands, and move on to their next phase of life. For you, this is going to be your home. Do you really want someone else handling those repairs, possibly working with contractors that you yourself wouldn't have chosen? You can't guarantee that they're going to do as good of a job on the work as maybe you would with your own choice of contractors. So it might be smarter for you to ask the seller for a credit so that you can do the work on the home yourself as the new homeowner. But let's go through some of the issues. The leaking dishwasher, I would say that's critical. It's a big deal. A leaking dishwasher can cause water damage, which can lead to mold or structural issues. Given that that's a red item on the buyer's report, it's very reasonable to push on the seller to repair or to replace it. Now, the rusting plumbing, this is kind of medium, I would say. It very much depends on how severe the rusting is. If it's just surface rust, it might not be urgent, but if it's compromising the plumbing's integrity, that could obviously be a more significant issue and cost you more money down the line. Now, the stucco wall, the caulking, these are things that I would say are possibly lower priority. The stucco cracks, they could be cosmetic. Now, if you notice that it's a large crack or it's growing, then that could lead to water infiltration, right? In that case, I would ask the inspector if it's structural or if it appears to be superficial. And then the caulking, like I said, very low priority. That is a relatively inexpensive thing to do on your own if you want a DIY project. But unless it's contributing to water damage or air leaks, it's generally not something that's going to motivate your seller to want to fix for you. So you have to keep in mind the seller's perspective. They don't have to fix everything. Their willingness often depends on the local market. If it is a seller's market, they might push back because they know they could just get another buyer in there to purchase the home as is. But if it's a buyer's market, they might be more open to the repairs or to giving you some credits. So, what are some action items you can do? One, you should absolutely focus on the health, the safety of the home, and keep in mind anything that might be a costly repair, like the dishwasher or the plumbing. The next thing you can do is ask the seller for credits. If the sellers won't do the repairs, or if you yourself would rather do the repairs, as I mentioned a bit earlier, you could request a seller credit from them at closing so that you can handle those repairs. And lastly, you can compromise, be strategic. Sellers may be more open to credits than the physical repairs because it saves them a lot of time and hassle. So when you're making these requests, provide the inspection report, provide the estimates for the repairs. It's harder for a seller to argue against clear documentation, so you'll want to have those handy. But remember, no home is perfect, especially not pre-owned homes. And the goal is not to get a flawless home, but it's to ensure that you're not taking on any unexpected, costly problems. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.